Okay, guys, so I just wanted to jump on here and speak about today's fight card. So that's Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Green. Bobby Green coming as a last-minute replacement because Dariush couldn't make the fight with Islam due to injury. And that was sort of going to be the winner of Dariush, and Makhachev was going to fight the winner of Oliveira and Gaethje for the title. I feel like if Islam wins today, he will get that title shot. And if Bobby Green wins today, I don't think he'll get the title shot, but it's definitely going to propel him massively because Islam's undefeated and he's been running through that division. And all the AKA team, Khabib, Daniel Cormier, they've all spoke very highly of Islam and said that basically he's definitely going to be the champion very soon. So Bobby Green's only fought 2 weeks ago against Nazareth, and he had a great performance over him. And previous to that, he beat Ali Quinta in the first round, TKO. So he's on a 2-fight winning streak. Before that, he lost to Thiago Moises. Let me just check. Yeah, Moises and Fiziev. Now, Fiziev's going to fight Dos Anjos, which is going to be a great fight. But watching Bobby Green is actually... He's got a very interesting style. He's hands down. It's evasive, and it's a counter puncher. So that's essentially what he did against Ali Quinta. He counter punched him, caught him with a lovely right hand, and got him all wobbly, and then finished him with ground and pound. And because his hands down styling is evasive, people struggle with his striking because he throws the jab and all the shots from the hip, so they can't see it. It's not in their eye line the same way someone's just throwing from a hands up guard. So he does have that. But the problem is he's facing a wrestler. So this is a classic wrestler versus striker situation. And we know what normally, 70% of the time, maybe 80% of the time, the grappler's going to win, the wrestler's going to win. Bobby Green actually has a very sad story growing up. His mom was on drugs, his dad was in gangs, and his mom had to give him and his brother up to his grandma because she couldn't look after him. There's stories of him saying that he was so hungry he is eating dirt, and he's like, his nappies weren't changed for days and stuff like that. So his grandma looked after him, looked after his younger brother as well. And his grandma always taught him, look after your younger brother, be the protector, be strong. His grandma passed away, and Bobby Green, he got into wrestling at the time. So he was wrestling in high school, and he was actually very, very good, and he wanted to get into state. His grandma died, so he was actually going to go into care. But one of the guys from the wrestling team, a bit younger than him, their family actually adopted him so he could carry on wrestling. So he's actually got an adopted family now, who actually stopped him going into care. But basically, when he was wrestling, people used to tell him, no, you're beating champions of smaller MMA organizations on the wrestling mat, so you should give MMA a go. So that's how we transitioned into MMA. The really sad story is that he was going to fight Josh Taylor, who obviously is a big name. He's probably most likely known now for the only guy to TKO Nate Diaz in the UFC. So he was going to fight him, and then I think it might be a day before that or a few days before that, his brother went down the wrong path into gangs, and Bobby Green was supposed to take his brother to an MMA show, and his brother said, nah, he's going to go fishing with his dad. His dad's also in gangs. And when they were getting ready to go fishing, he got shot, and his little brother passed away. And it's actually, the UFC did a little thing on him called UFC Origins, and it's an interesting but also a very sad story about Bobby Green. And that was only happened a few days before the Josh Thompson fight, and he actually beat Josh Thompson by split decision. So it just shows the mental fortitude. And everyone says, Bobby Green, he's had so many bad situations in life. No one can break him mentally in the octagon. No one can break him. He's been through too much. He also has that he likes to talk to his opponents when he's throwing. He'll be talking in there. That's why Islam said in the interviews, he said, I'm going to be the one talking to him. When he takes him down, let's see who's talking then. So Islam, as we know, just come off a 1-round finish of Dan Hooker. Probably his best performance against, his best performance to date against his strongest opponent so far. He's undefeated. He's been, he's submitted Drew Dober. His game is to get you down and submit you. I feel like in some performances, it's taken him longer than I would have thought to be as dominant. I feel like everyone compares him to Khabib, but Khabib, in a lot of those fights, I feel like would have got it done in round 1, but it's taken Islam to round 4 to get the submission. I feel like Bobby Green, he's got the 2 wins. He TKO'd Ali Quinta, but he's not really a power puncher. The 6 wins he's had before that, he's had wins on and off. So he's going to fight that wins 2 or 3, then loses 2, then wins 2, then loses 3. He's had that sort of career. So the last 6 wins that he's had have all been from decision. So I feel like you know, to give Bobby Green any chance, he needs to KO Islam, but I don't think he's got the power to. So I feel like in the first round, maybe first half of the round, he's going to be evasive, going to be staying off the cage, lateral movement. But there's going to be a point, and it happens in Bobby Green's fights, where he sort of slows down a bit, and so sometimes he can stay against the fence looking for the counter. But if he's against the fence, you know Islam's going to shoot in and get the takedown as soon as he's against the fence. So he can't. I mean, he can't run from Islam the whole fight and just jab him. Islam's going to get him at some point, either with pressure or get him against the cage. And I think once he does get sit down, the wrestling is just, you know, it's two different levels. And I think that Bobby Green he's had wrestling experience, but he doesn't have like a lot of jiu-jitsu experience. So that what makes everyone think that maybe it's going to be a second round, maybe like a head and arm choke, or second round guillotine, or arm bar, or anything like that. So it's going to be, you know, it's going to be very difficult for Bobby Green to win this fight. He's a massive underdog for all those reasons. But you never know with MMA, you know, he did TKO Ale Quinta, and Ale Quinta is tough, so he could catch Islam, get him wobbly and go for the finish. Bobby Green's not scared. He said he's going to walk in there and punch Islam's face like a gangster. Bobby Green's a veteran. He's been in the UFC since 2013, 35 years old. So it's great to see him get a bit of promotion and get a bit of people want interviewing, speaking to him. So if he does get the win, it'd be amazing. But even if he doesn't, you know, he stepped up 2 weeks' notice. You know, he's had to cut a lot of weight. Everyone knows that fighters, normally after fights, they'll just, you know, because they've been dieting for so long, they just keep eating and get to a bigger weight. But that's the only fight I really want to discuss on that card. There's no other fight that really tickles my interest. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. If Bobby Green can pull it off, then who knows, he might need one more fight and get a title shot. But I feel like once Islam wins this, the winner of Gaethje Oliveira, Islam's going to go for the next title. And it's been a long time coming, to be honest. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Keep it locked.